And hello. How you doing, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you would please bless me by hitting the thumbs up on this video, sharing this video. We're going to talk about misleading bias exposed. And are you wondering why the White House is in the background there? With this being said, well, we're going to get into that. So please do, by all means, do me a favor. Share this video. Let's get it out there. All right. Y'all ready for this? All right. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, I didn't know this until today. Apparently, and you got to love President Trump's humor. President Trump, he did what I can only imagine the left is going to be completely sideways bent. I mean, well, let's just be realistic here. Is there anything that President Trump does that the left is not bent up about sideways? I mean, really, technically, if President Trump came out and told everybody to breathe air, imagine how they would react. Go out, everybody, and take deep breaths. Take deep breaths, right? And if he were to do that, they would probably, try to encourage people to do the opposite. They probably would. Would not surprise me if they did. But anyways, all right. I'm just going to get started because some people will be watching on the replay, and I want to make sure I just get right into it with the content that I want to share with you. And the first thing I want to share with you, of course, is this information that they had on the website. What I'm telling you about, if you go to whitehouse.gov, you'll be able to see this information. I think the exact link for this is, let me look at it, make sure. I think it's whitehouse.gov/media bias. Okay, if you want to go look at this, because at first when I heard this was brought up during the press hearing today with Caroline Leavitt. This was brought up during that time. And I'm like, what? What is this? What do you mean? Someone actually asked a question about the liberal media lying. So what have they done? They've created a website on the whitehouse.gov website that shows all of the lies that the left has been doing. All of the lies. And I can only imagine how the left is reacting to this by seeing this information. They can't be happy about it. So let me see if I can pull this up here. I want to share some of this with you. Actually, I'm going to scroll on the page here. And if I can find it here on my display here. Okay, here we go. Right. See, I can make it move up and down. Okay. So here we go. This is President Trump all the way. I don't think this has ever happened in American history where you have a president actually calling out the bias and how they're misleading the American people and how they're exposed in all of this. And President Trump on whitehouse.gov/media bias. You can all go see this information. I encourage you to go look at this. This is so good. So, of course, the top ones on here, and I guess these just the top ones that they did it, the Independent. And actually, I think it actually might have updated because I think they had somebody else on there other than the Independent earlier. I don't know. I can't remember, but it's still awesome that President Trump has done this. And it says Media Offenders of the Week. Oh, okay. So it is going to update right there. It says this right there. Fine print. Read it, fine print, Will Johnson. So right there, they got the fine print. The Boston Globe, CBS News, and it goes, boom, they're all stamped with the expose. Now, the biggest story that's going on right now is with Mark Kelly. Mark Kelly opened his pie hole telling U.S. military personnel not to take orders from President Trump. Now, he'll tell you, I didn't tell them not to take orders from President Trump. I said unlawful orders. But not a single time have they come up with an example of the unlawful orders that President Trump gave out to Pete Hegseth to the military. Not a single time. They're just saying it. Like in the future, when President Trump gives unlawful orders, tell him no. Like they know that he's going to do this. There hasn't been any unlawful orders. But let's continue here. Let's scroll down here a little bit more. Okay. And there's a video on there's 19 seconds. I be honest with you, I haven't even watched it. Because I already know what he's saying. I'm assuming that he's telling the military not to take any orders. But if you scroll down, there's a lot of information on this website, on the White House website. This is the whitehouse.gov website, everybody. So it is 100% legit. You can't say it is misleading. And the interesting thing, when I saw this earlier, when they first brought it up during the press conference, Caroline Levitt was asked about it, about this website. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, naturally, I got to go look. He said, are some of the news organizations in the room? And she go, yeah, there's some of them are in the room. What's been happening is that the liberal media have been constantly lying to the American people. Now, because of the First Amendment, because freedom of the press, I guess freedom of the press allows the left to just lie about whatever it is that they want to lie. They can lie about whatever it is because to them, they said, well, it's freedom of the press. We get to lie. We get to lie because we're freedom of the press, right? That's how they've taken it. That's how they've stretched it out. But the Democrats and the fake media, they have been targeting President Trump for all of this time. And especially when it comes to these this illegal orders, right? And the way they're pushing the illegal order is that they're saying that President Trump gave legal orders for them to take out the narco terrorists in the water. Now, here are some of the offenders of Hall of Shame. You gotta love it. I mean, I love President Trump's humor. I wonder if he came up with this or did someone on his team come up with this and he said, yeah, I love it. Do it. Make it happen. Do it. Make it happen. Didn't have to go through Congress to get it approved or none of that. Oh, how dare he need to get this approved by Congress before he can do this. He's actually calling these people out. And of course, you got the Washington Post, CBS News, Communist News Network, CNN, MSDNC, right? You have all of them on here. And these are just the ones right here, the Hall of Shame, because they all lied. And then I'm just keep scrolling down here. I encourage you to go here and look at all of this information that they have on here. They got talking about the witches on the View, all the laws that they've been talking about. The BBC apologized to President Trump for misleading the edits that they've done. President Trump is putting out here for the entire world to see. And look at that. There's multiple pages. I don't know how you can see that there. There's multiple pages describing all of the stuff that they've done, that they've lied about. This is beautiful, right? And then you got this board here. We got the MSDNC, CNN, and the same ones, Politico. And that's pretty much how they have it at the end right there. Then repeat offenders. I love Trump. I'll tell you. Oh, my God. He had the best humor of a president ever. Oh, look at that. I didn't realize you can roll over and you get information here. CBS News of, bias, content, misrepresentation. Yep. Independent. Look at that. Medium, right? Medium. Yep. It's just saying digital TV, digital. Look at that. Right. Oh, wait a minute. So it shows the number. That's the difference. So CBS News has 4 offenses and then The Hill has 1. The Independent has 2. The People has 1. Axios has 3. ABC has 2. US Today has 1. New York Times has 3. I'm surprised New York Times only had 3 on here. Washington Post. Let's see. Look at the Washington Post. Has 5. 5 for the Washington Post. Politico has 3. MSDNC has 4. CNN has 3. Wall Street Journal has 3. Daily Beast. I'm surprised the Daily Beast doesn't have more than 1, too. And then there's the BBC right there, EBBC. So I encourage you, whitehouse.gov/media bias. Go look at this information for yourself. This is beautiful. This is on the official federal government website page talking about all of the liberal media and the lying that they have been doing to the American people. Come on. Oh, I mean, you know what? I'm so excited about it because I never expected to see anything like this. But this is really good. This is full transparency. I wonder, How many liberal media outlets are going to just get in the uproar and complain about this? I can imagine there's probably going to be quite a few. Probably quite a few. There's piping mad about it, piping mad. So please do me a favor, share this video. Please share this video. Share this video, because there's a lot of people. Did you know? Did y'all know this website was up? Look, I just found this out today, and I'm looking at this stuff all the time. So I know you, most of you, if not all of you, didn't know about this either. So please share this video so we can let the entire world know. It's like breaking news right here. This is on the official whitehouse.gov website. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful thing to see. I can only imagine the messages that I will receive because I'm supporting President Trump for calling out the lying liberal media news. Oh man, I love it. Okay, let me give you an example of some of the stuff that the liberal media has been lying about. For example, you have these, what do they call them? The narco terrorists bringing these narcotics across the pond, and Pete Hegseth took them out. Well, one of the things after he took them out, that this group that has been labeled and designated as a terrorist organization, they hit the boat and some of them got out of the water. Well, the thing is, when they've been labeled as a terrorist organization, they have every right to eliminate the problem, eliminate the threat 100%. They don't have to give them extra niceties the way the Democrats want to give them. Well, today, Caroline Levitt was taking questions, and of course, the media brought it up, trying to catch them in the gotcha game. Like they want it to be illegal for President Trump, his administration, for protecting the American people. What else would it be? I really want to understand what else would it be? Because the American people, it is President Trump's job to protect the American people in the United States of America. That's his job. If he's not protecting us in America, then we've all lost. But that's his job to protect us here in America. Well, listen to how when they're asking her the question, and they think they're slick. They try to trip her up, but they fail every time. Watch.
Thank you, Gabe.
Caroline, regarding Venezuela, the president said yesterday that Secretary Hegseth had denied that second strike, that reported second strike on an alleged drug vote on September 2nd, the secretary said to the president that didn't happen. But to clarify, I just wanted you to clear this up. In his social media post, Secretary Hegseth didn't go into details about that strike. He just said U.S. operations in the area were lawful, and he said that the story and media reports were fabricated. So to be clear, does the administration deny that second strike happened, or did it happen and the administration denies that Secretary Hegseth gave the order?
The latter is true, Gabe, and I have a statement to read for you here. President Trump and Secretary Hegseth have made it clear that presidentially designated narco-terrorist groups are subject to lethal targeting in accordance with the laws of war. With respect to the strikes in question on September 2nd, Secretary Hegseth authorized Admiral Bradley to conduct these kinetic strikes. Admiral Bradley worked well within his authority and the law, directing the engagement to ensure the boat was destroyed and the threat to the United States of America was eliminated. And I would just add one more point to remind the American public why these lethal strikes are taking place. Because this administration has designated these narco-terrorists as foreign terrorist organizations. The president has a right to take them out if they are threatening the United States of America and if they are bringing illegal narcotics that are killing our citizens at a record rate, which is what they are doing. And under the previous administration, there was enough fentanyl trafficked into our country to kill every American man, woman, and child many times over. And so that's why you've seen a drastic difference in this administration's policy with respect to the last, and it's one of the many reasons the American public reelected this president and support this Secretary of War in conducting these strikes.
So to be clear, to clarify, Admiral Bradley was the one who gave that order for a second strike.
And he was well within his authority to do so.
And a separate question.
He was well within his authority to do so. Because we're not talking about just people getting in a boat just happen to go across the pond. We're not talking about people just getting in a boat happen to just, do some fishing, trying to catch some salmon or some shrimp or some tuna. That's not the case. What do you think that's in these packages that's on the boat? I mean, really, I wish they would ask that question. What do you think? Because the liberal media, they want everybody to believe that it's something else in the boat. So I'm just kind of curious, what do they believe they're trafficking in these boats? Maybe it's toys for tots, because we are close to Christmas. What are they trafficking? What is it that they think that they're bringing to the country? I wish someone would ask them that question. Well, what do you think's in the boats? What do you think's in there? Because it's already been a known issue for them to traffic these narcotics to our country for many, many, many years. It's already been known. But now, all of a sudden, because President Trump is actually doing something about it, he's actually doing something about it. Now the Democrats want to stop it. Stop him from stopping the narcotics from coming.
And the president several days ago said it was his intention to pardon the former president of Honduras, who was a convicted drug trafficker. And yesterday on
and see, this is another thing that they've been pushing this whole narrative too, that President Trump, he pardoned this guy who was a drug trafficker. And Caroline Leavitt, she explains why President Trump did this pardon. But you know what? The liberal media, they're not going to care. I will believe her over the liberal media any day of the week.
Force One, the president said that if someone sells drugs in that country, that doesn't mean you arrest the president and put him in jail for the rest of his life. How is that different than what the administration is accusing Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro of?
You're cherry picking the president's statement a little bit yesterday, as he also said yesterday the people of Honduras have highlighted to him how the former president Hernandez was set up. This was a clear Biden over prosecution. He was the president of this country. He was in the opposition party. He was opposed to the values of the previous administration, and they charged him because he was president of Honduras. There were some other egregious facts that came out during this trial, and I would encourage you to report on them. His court-appointed lawyer was only given 3 weeks to prepare for trial. He shared that his conviction was lawfare by the leftist party, who, quote, struck a deal with the Biden-Harris administration. Hernandez has highlighted there was virtually no independent evidence presented, and many of his conviction was based on testimony from many admitted criminals who hoped that cooperating would reduce their own penalties. So the president heard the concerns from many people, as he does, and he's, of course, within his constitutional authority to sign clemency for whomever he deems worthy of that. Jack.
He gets to do it. But just like everything else, when the truth comes out about this, the radical left, they're not going to hear anything she just said, because they've already put the lie out there. They already put the narrative out there that, well, President Trump, he's pardoning, drug dealers, traffickers, but he's taking out these narco terrorists in the water. Why would he do that? Well, she just explained it. Because President Trump realized when you have the left, no matter where they are in the world, when the left is pushing a certain agenda, they will lie and they will do everything they can to remove the person that they don't like, because the person they don't like is not going along with all of this sickness. Not going along with the sickness. So because they're not going along with the sickness, they want to get rid of them. Same reason why they want to get rid of President Trump. Any conservative, any Christian that doesn't go along with the sickness, they want to remove them. But at the same time, again, for the life of me, I can't understand why they think we don't see them supporting criminals. I'm talking about the left. Let me give you some examples. You remember the Maryland dad? You remember the Maryland dad? You had some Democrat politicians get on an airplane to go see his conditions, to make sure that he's getting treated well, make sure he has health care. This dude was trafficking people in the country. associated with a gang. And the Democrats said, no, he was never associated with a gang. He came here illegally. He was about to be deported. And a judge said, well, okay, since the rival gang, do you know what that means? It means another gang wants to take out another gang. But because the rival gang was going to try to take him out and bring harm to him, he was able to stay because of the rival gang. But of course, they want to overlook that information and leave it out there. But the whole thing is that the Democrats were fighting for the criminal. During the summer of love, the Democrats were fighting for the criminal. Do you remember who the criminal was during the summer of love? You remember? Here's another example. You have ICE agents throughout the entire country going and apprehending criminals. And then you have leftists that are going out and they're blocking, they're putting blockades, they're putting garbage cans. They're trying to disrupt ICE agents from doing their jobs. All of that is happening in real time right now because they're fighting for the criminal. And they're going, well, the criminals, they're people. Yes, they are people. But you know, if you commit a crime, then you got to suffer the consequences. What about the rest of us that are doing lawful things? We're following the law, and the left is there against us because we follow the law, but they don't want us to be successful. I mean, look how they've done me. They don't want us to be successful, but those that are breaking the law, they will go out there and rally for them. They will even create a statue for these criminals. And the question again that I have for everybody, the question that I want to know is when they're taking out these boats coming across the pond, the technology that we have, they can see exactly when they're loading the boats. And you know what? They just don't go out and they're flying around and randomly find a boat in the water and decide to take it out. That's not how it works. They're doing surveillance on these boats, sometimes 2 and 3 and 4 hours. They see them loading the boat. And then they get on the boat and they're going. And the boats, they'll do the zigzag. Right? Because they like, okay, well, go, zigzag. And then go zigzag, go zigzag, go zigzag. Like they're gonna, trick the U.S. military. I mean, that's their pattern. And they're just watching them do it. They're just watching them do it. And they think they're doing really good and they think they're going to get away with it, and they're just going and they're going really, really fast. They said that the boats, because, it's kicking up so much water, they said it looked like a chalk line on the water, about a half a mile long, because they're going so fast. They're kicking up so much water. And they said it looked like a chalk line. It's just, dissipating, And so I guess it's like chemtrails, but on water, and after a while it'll go away. But that's not what it is. But they just said it looked like a chalk line. They're going so fast and then they're zigzagging, thinking that they're going to outmaneuver the U.S. military. And then they take them out. And President Trump even mentioned in one of the press conferences, say you can see all after they take out the boat with all the narcotics on it, you can just see it all like powdery substance in the water. You can see it. What, are they bringing flour? I mean, why do you got to do all that zigzag and you got to do all that if you're going to bring flour, so you can cook with it, make some cupcakes, make a cake, some cookies. But that's not the case. That's not what they're doing. They're bringing stuff here that's going to harm the American people. And that's what President Trump is trying to stop. Why would the Democrats not want that stopped? Why would they not want it stopped? Do you know why they don't want it stopped? Me personally, I think they don't want it stopped because of two things. One, they don't like America. I'm talking about the Democrats, the Democrats. They don't like America. They don't like Americans. The second thing is they're making money from it. That's just my opinion on this. Am I entitled to give my opinion? Absolutely. This is my opinion on it. They do not like this country. Here's another example that I want to share with you. And this is, of course, with Caroline Leavitt during the press conference today. So you heard the guy, for those of you that were watching just a minute ago, you heard the guy right there in the tie, the blue tie. He was just asking Caroline Leavitt about the boats coming over and Pete Hegseth taking out the terrorists after they jumped out the boat. And then they went ahead and eliminated the problem. they have a problem with that. No, you need to bring him here. They want to bring him here so they can put him on a pedestal and walk around with them and say, look, everybody, look who we saved from Trump. Narco terrorists. Now, this lady that's sitting next to him, she's going to ask questions, basically doing the same thing, trying to do like the gotcha game.
Following up on Gabe's question, you said that the follow-up strike was lawful. What law is it that allows no survivors?
The strike conducted.
You hear this? What law is it that allows no survivors? We're talking about narco terrorists. We're talking about people that's bringing harm to America. They know better. They know that they're not supposed to bring those narcotics across the pond like that. They know they're not supposed to. If they knew they weren't supposed to, let me say this again. If they did not know, or if they knew that it was okay, they would not be zigzagging when they're doing it. They would just go in a straight line.
On September 2nd was conducted in self-defense to protect Americans in vital United States interests. The strike was conducted in international waters and in accordance with the law of armed conflict.
And then on this pardon for the Honduran president, does it at all undercut the administration's messaging while you have these congressional Republicans defending the strikes on the narco terrorists and then a pardon for a convicted drug trafficker? Does that make it more difficult for your members to defend your administration's policy?
You see, he just asked that question. Here she is asking the same question, thinking that she's going to get a different answer. Watch.
I don't think so, Jackie. I think that President Trump has been quite clear in his defense of the United States homeland to stop these illegal narcotics from coming to our borders, whether that's by land or by sea. And he's also made it quite clear that he wants to correct the wrongs of the weaponized Justice Department under the previous administration. And Ouija, I'll call on you because I think we're wearing matching blazers today. Great mind.
So the lady that she said she's going to call the matching blazers, she's going to ask the same question. She's going to ask the same question. Because all of these people from the liberal media, they all want these questions. They all want the same thing.
Thank you, Caroline. Sure. So just to be clear, to clarify on Jackie and Gabe, did Admiral Bradley order that second strike because there were still survivors after the initial strike?
Again, as I read for you, Admiral Bradley worked well within his authority and the law. He directed the engagement to ensure the boat was destroyed and the threat of narco terrorists to the United States was completely eliminated.
Right there. That's it.
The initial order from Secretary Hegseth, everyone be killed, and did that come from President Trump?
I saw that quoted in a Washington Post story. I would reject that the Secretary of War ever said that. However, the president has made it quite clear that if narco terrorists, again, are trafficking illegal drugs towards the United States, he has the authority to kill them. And that's what this administration is doing.
That's what he's doing. He has the authority to do so. He doesn't have to call President Trump, say, hey, President Trump, 2 of them jumped out the boat. You know what it makes me think about when they show these videos, and I can never show the videos on here, but I'll describe it as much as possible without being completely graphic. When they were taking out these terrorists in the Middle East, have you ever seen those videos where they show them and it's like black and white because they're showing it from a high altitude, but they can see the people down there and there's a truck down there. And then next thing you know, they're all walking around and they're terrorists. And then next thing you know, you see a rocket come in and, destroy the location. And then after the smoke clears, you can see a couple of them running off to the side. And then next thing you know, they take out that location. Have y'all ever seen those videos? It happened when Obama was in office. They did it plenty of times when Obama was in office, and none of the liberal media complained about it. None of the liberal media had anything to say about it when Obama was doing it. They didn't say anything. It was like, well, he's just doing his job. He's doing his job. And come to find out, it looks like Obama was doing it because he was there in support of a different particular group that was still anti-American today. but they wanted to get rid of a certain group in the country because that group did not align with certain beliefs. I'm just going to say it like that because, you know, the way it is, you know, the way things are. It is what it is. So, hey, if you haven't already, please do me a favor, hit the thumbs up on this video, share the video, share the video. Please share the video. Let me share this one with you. I think this is the one here. I want you to listen to Mark Kelly. I think this is the one I'm talking about, the one I want you to listen. If not, I'm going to stop it and I'll play the other one. But he was asked a question, if he was given the order, to take out these narco terrorists, would he do it? This is it here. And he straight up says, no, I wouldn't do it. So essentially, he's saying what President Trump and PHF doing, the military is doing by taking out these narco terrorists is unlawful. Straight up saying it. Listen to him.
You mentioned that you were a captain in the Navy. If you received that order, would you have carried it out?
No.
You're a captain in the Navy. If you received the order to take out these narco terrorists that are bringing narcotics into the United States of America that's going to harm American little boys and little girls, men and women, the American people, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. You know what kind of message this is sending? Here he is again telling the U.S. military not to take orders from the commander in chief. It's like he keep digging his hole deeper and deeper. The answer he should have provided was, if you've given the order to take out these narco terrorists, do you follow out the orders? His answer should be yes. Now, I might, in the back of my mind, I might question it, but I'm in the military. There is a chain of command. I'm going to follow the orders. That's what he should have said. You're still a human being. Of course, you can think stuff like you can disagree with stuff. You can complain about stuff all day long. But if you're in the U.S. military, you need to follow orders. There's been no unlawful orders given. Listen to him.
You mentioned that you were a captain in the Navy. If you received that order, would you have carried it out?
No.
No.
No, and I'm a guy who I have sunk 2 ships. You know, I've sunk an OSA-2 missile patrol boat in Kuwait Harbor, a Palnakni troop carrier in the Persian Gulf during the first Gulf War. I never, in that situation, questioned whether those strikes were legal.
He never questioned if they were legal. Why not?
We were given an order to do this. It was a time of war. These were Iraqi ships with Iraqi crew members who posed a threat to the United States military.
Oh, did y'all catch it? Because these posted a threat to the U.S. military, it was okay for him to take out those ships. But when they're a threat to civilians in the United States of America, that's not a valid reason to take them out. And this dude is a member of Congress. He served in the military. Are you kidding me? Did y'all hear what he just said? So civilians in the United States of America, they don't care about him. I just said that a second ago. They do not care about Americans. They don't. They really don't. Americans are just something that they use for political gain. And if they can drain us dry for whatever resources they can, they will do it. The Democrats don't care about the American people. He just sit there and said it.
This case, they invaded Kuwait. We're trying to kick them out of Kuwait. This was approved by Congress. All of that, right? So, but if I was ever given an order for a second, I've had questions about the operation in general, and I've been saying this for weeks, putting service members kind of like, are you stepping over a line here? Is this legal?
And again, like I said, being a human being, there's nothing wrong with questioning, but you know what? If you're in the military, you gotta follow orders. If they don't get this dude for what he has done, the blatant lies that he has put out there, if they don't get this dude, I'm gonna highly question the law in this country. I'm already right there about it. And it's just going to prove what I've been saying about the Democrats for all these years, that the Democrats get to break the law and nothing ever happens to them. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people constantly, they put in a chat, they see them commit these crimes, and we all know that they commit the crimes, but nothing ever happens to them. And you know the reason why I think nothing ever happens to them? Because this world belongs to the evil one. The evil one controls this world. The Bible is clear about it. Because the evil one controls this world, the evil one has dominion over this world. So when these people do evil and wicked things, nothing's going to happen to them because that's what their God, the evil one, wants them to do. So he's like, why is he going to punish them for doing the wicked things that he wants them to do? But if you believe in Christ, and you believe in doing the right thing, and you express it, they will bring harm to you. I don't understand how these people claim to be so intelligent. They claim to be so loving and so caring, but they don't give a darn about the American people. They can care less about the American people. The American people is secondary to them, if that. If that. And instead of the Democrats actually fighting for the American people, they're fighting for illegals. That is their top priority. That's one of their top priorities. And then you hear them talk about health care, which I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physician. I'm not telling anybody what to do when it comes to that. But what the Democrats are doing, I again believe that the only reason why they're trying to act like they're caring about it is because they're making money from it. The Democrats don't want to do anything or care about anything unless they're making money from it. Why would they care about USAID getting shut down? Why would they care? USAID getting shut down, millions, if actually billions of dollars was going outside of the country, was not benefiting the American people. We paid into that crap. And then they were taking the money and they were spending it on crap that had nothing to do with us, didn't even benefit us. When we're hurting here in America. And they got upset because President Trump shut it down. Why would they be upset about it? And is it just a coincidence, which I don't believe is just a coincidence? USAID gets shut down. Some of these other government agencies get shut down. Then all of a sudden, the DNC is having financial problems. Maybe that's just a coincidence, right? Yeah, right. Same thing with Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood gets shut down. DNC having financial issues. All of these government agencies, financial issues, healthcare. This is just my personal opinion on this, okay? And I'm pretty sure some of you have heard this before. This is just my personal opinion on this. To my understanding, the way I see it, the way I understand it, is that when they have these illegals, they would go to the emergency room. And because the federal government can't give them health care, right? And they constantly say that. They said, no, the federal government cannot give illegals health care. It's against the law. But they found a workaround. What they did is they told these people to go to the emergency room. And when they get to the emergency room cannot turn them away. They don't have any insurance. But see, you and I being American citizens and we don't have insurance going there, they still foot us with the bill. But these people that are here illegally in the country, the bill doesn't go to them. The bill comes to us via taxes. And the way it works, the way I understand it, and y'all can let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong. The way I understand it is that when they show up in the emergency room, they get whatever procedure they need, whatever it is, common cold, just I need a Tylenol pill, whatever, XYZ. They can't pay for it because they're here illegally. So then the hospital, to my understanding, they get that bill and then they send it up to the state. And then the state looks at it and says, oh, look at this bill. This is all the emergency rooms. These are people that are in the country illegally. We're not going to pay for it because it's not our funds. We can't take the money from our local constituents. This is the way I understand it. This is the way I understand it. So what happens then is that the state foots the bill to the federal government. And the federal government looks at it and says, oh, okay, you got X amount of dollars for health care that needs to be paid in the state because it's going to, end up causing problems in the hospital because they need the money. Well, what ended up happening, the way I understand it, is that the Democrats have made it to where the state requests the money, let's say $1 million, and all of the bills together are probably maybe $750,000. So it's $250,000. It's just, interest, just because. They end up getting a bill to the federal government, and the federal government, without question, the way I understand it, they just pay the bill to the states. Well, then the state gets the money. For example, like Illinois or California, they get the money. And then guess what? The money goes to the state, and then the state, they get their cut. Because remember, they put the $250,000 on it, the interest, because we can, the handling of it, right? That's my understanding. And then after that, they give another cut to the hospitals. Now, then the hospital get the cut and they say, oh, thank you. And then after that, the hospitals, because a lot of these hospitals have a lot of liberals working in their administration, they make generous donations to the DNC. That's the way I understand it. So it is 100% money laundering that's taking place, the way I understand it. Now, if I'm wrong, by all means, show it to me. But it's not just with them doing the hospitals this way. USAID, same thing. Planned Parenthood, same thing. The narco terrorists bringing drugs into the country, same thing. If the Democrats are not making money from it, they don't want to have nothing to do with it. If it's not to their benefit, they're not doing it because they love America for the kindness of their hearts, because they have dark hearts. That's not the reason why they're doing it. They're doing it because of gain, personal gain. And President Trump, he's been cutting off the cash cow. And this is the reason why they showed up at some of these buildings protesting. Remember, they showed up to you outside the building at USAID. They're outside having press conferences. We need the American people to rise up against President Trump. He's shutting off our cash cow. They didn't say it that way. And some of the stuff that the money was going to through USAID, I can't even repeat it on here because they were like, oh, no, you can't talk about that. I mean, it's some wicked stuff, some right down evil stuff that they were spending the money on. Some wicked stuff. And if they can fight for these illegals, because the illegals, again, they're not doing it because they're just kindness out their hearts, because of the census, because of other things. They can use illegal migration to their benefit. That's the only reason why they want them here. And other than the fact of who's going to clean our clothes, who's going to do our lawns, who's going to pick our crops, who's going to do these jobs that we as liberals don't want to do. Does any of that sound familiar? You know, they said the same thing when Abraham Lincoln got rid of their slaves back in the day. They said the exact same thing. Well, listen to this clip where she's asked a question about reverse migration, meaning all of these people that came into our country should not be here, should be removed. And Kristi Noem is going to try to answer the question about that. And when she starts giving the correct answer, she's going to get cut off. Watch. Because they don't want the truth to come out. They want the narrative. Watch this. Watch this.
President Trump wrote on Thursday, quote, only reverse migration can fully cure this situation. On Friday, DHS posted, quote, remigration now.
Remigration now. Now, listen to when she's asking Kristi Noem the question. Watch what she does.
As you probably know, this term has been used in different situations, but including by the far right in Europe to call for the mass deportation of non-white immigrants. How specifically does the Trump administration define remigration?
Now watch this.
Well, President Trump has been working towards cleaning up the mess that Joe Biden left us ever since he came into the White House.
But how do you define that word, Secretary
President
Noem? How do you
Biden
define that word?
15.
Let her finish her response. Let her finish her response. You know what she's trying to get out of Kristi Noem? She wants Kristi Noem to say, yeah, we want everybody that's not white out of the country. That's what she's looking for. That's what she wants, because she brought up, she said, right wingers in Europe. Have you seen what's happening in Europe? Have you seen what's happening there? I mean, I don't blame them. The people that's causing the problems in Europe. I mean, really? But so she wants to make it out that President Trump is being racist. How do you define that? How do you define that? Can you say the same thing for us, that you want only white people in America? And she doesn't bite. She doesn't take the bait.
Well, first of all, we have criminal illegal aliens we've been targeting since day one. We have removed millions of people from this country already just in the few short months that President Trump has been president, by making sure we're going after criminal illegal aliens that are murderers, rapists, and criminals, and getting them out of our country, bringing them to justice, and then encouraging people to go home. If you're here illegally and breaking our laws, you can leave now, and you may get the opportunity to come back someday. But if you wait until we detain you, and we will deport you, and you'll never get the chance to come back to America and visit us or become a citizen. We're going to continue to do that, go after those criminals, go after those individuals that came in under programs that were broken on the Biden administration, and people who were in place and leadership in that crazy 4 worlds we lived through, 4 years we lived through before President Trump came in.
Yep.
Thank God we have a president now that recognizes that letting all of these people into our country that we don't know who they are is dangerous. That we let in terrorists, we let in criminals, we let in mentally unstable people. They shouldn't be here. They're going to leave, and President Trump is going to ensure that Americans become first and the priority, and that they're going to be safe on their streets again.
Secretary,
and that's not what she wanted to hear. That's not what the left wants to hear. They're actually advocating for, you know what it reminds me of? It's like how I used to say all the time, and every now and then I'll bring it up and I'll say it, demons will protect demons. I used to say that all the time. Demons will protect demons. And that's exactly what they're doing. You can't tell me that being a criminal, doing criminal activity is not demonic. It is demonic. It's evil. It's wrong. It's all the same thing. How is it not? Well, Johnson, you call it something demonic. You know, there's like levels of wrongness. Really? I mean, will God have you do wrong things, or will Satan have you do wrong things? It's either on or off. It's one or the other. It's either good or it's evil. If it's wrong, it is evil. Sin is evil. These people defend wickedness. These people defend criminals. Straight up defending criminals. 100%. But some people, a lot of people, want to ignore it, want to act like, well, it's not that bad, Will Johnson. The only bad thing here is Trump because he's protecting the American people. Now, of course, they don't want to call it that. They want to lie and say that he's just breaking the law without even inciting the law that he's broken. Kind of like they did with the 34 fraudulent charges they put against him. No one's ever been tried for that before, but because they had the votes, they were able to push it through. Same thing with the impeachment. Can you imagine being someone like Trump and they dislike you so much that they're willing to do anything, anything to remove you? Can y'all imagine that? Let me bring something else to your attention. When President Trump sends out ICE agents, Tom Homan, to apprehend these criminals in the United States of America, you have American citizens. And these are liberals that happen to be American, partially American. because they really don't like this country. So these people will go out and they'll protest against ICE agents. And as I mentioned earlier, they'll throw trash cans. They get these big planters that are in the street and they'll push them out in the street so the vehicles can't get past them. They're throwing rocks at ICE agents. They're attempting to bring bodily harm to National Guard members. They're bringing, and this was a guy from Afghanistan, right? We're still talking about someone who shouldn't have been in the country. The Democrats are fighting for these people, and they're lying, saying that President Trump is rounding up American citizens that have done nothing wrong except for be leftist Democrats. They're actually suggesting that President Trump is just wanting to pick up Democrats and put them in camps or even execute them, which is a total lie. Now, the only reason why I believe that they're lying like this, and you even have it in the mainstream media where they're lying it, saying that President Trump is just picking up black and brown people, random black and brown people. Lying, mind you. The reason why they're doing this is because if they ever get the pendulum to swing back into the Democrat way, if the Democrats control the House and the Senate, and God forbid they get the White House, you know what's going to happen to this country? It's done. They've already said it. You've had Eric Swalwell. You've had other congressmen and women in the Democrat Party say that they're going to enact vengeance onto those that supported President Trump, to those that love America. They're the ones saying it. And they're lying, and what they're going to do, because they're lying, saying that they're just randomly picking up black and brown people in the country, that they're going to end up coming to get MAGA Republicans, Christians, and what their excuse is going to be, well, when President Trump did it, you didn't say anything. He wasn't doing it. They're lying about everything. Let me give you an example. Look at this dude here. This is the prime example of them just blatantly lying about President Trump and about what's happening in this scenario. So when they get the opportunity to come get us, they're going to implement the lies that they're saying. I'm telling you right now, they're just gearing it up. They're putting it in the minds of people to convince people that President Trump is doing these horrible things. So when they do it, it'll be justified. Now, this dude has a shirt on that has profanity on it, and I blurred it out. Up under the curse word, it says Trump. Listen to what he says. And President Trump, knowing good and well, there's been no press conference of President Trump saying what this dude is saying in this video. There's been no press conference, because if there were a press conference of President Trump even alluding or even getting close to anything remotely of this, the liberal media would be lying about it and they would have it on repeat. Watch.
So for those of you who do not know.
Oh. I'm not sure why that's not. That's interesting. Hold on. I apologize. Let me play it a different way. I'm just going to leave him on full screen here because I think I have another clip for some reason that came out all garbled. But I have it here. I have another audio clip up. I'm just going to leave him. I'm leaving him static right there. And I just want y'all to listen to what he's saying. Okay. Let me see. It should come through this way. All right, hold on. Because y'all need to hear this. You straight up need to hear this. These people are not these people are not pleasant. Oh, did I delete it?
So for those of you who do not know, Donald Trump has said in an interview that he wants people that live in the United States and that vote as Democrats and that is a registered Democrat, he wants them executed.
You hear this?
He wants them executed.
There's been no press conference.
Yeah, let that sink in for a little bit.
Sink in the what?
The President of the United States wants a political party executed.
Do y'all see my point? Do y'all see what I'm saying here? There's been no press conference. There's been no audio clip. There's been nothing of President Trump saying anything like that. Now, President Trump has talked about Mark Kelly telling the military not to take any orders. And let's just say Mark Kelly said unlawful orders. No, he's talking about orders, period, or what they deem to be unlawful. But President Trump has never said, have this person done with, have the party done with. President Trump has never said that. And they're pushing this narrative. And the reason why they're doing this is because if they ever get the pendulum to swing, we're next. And they're going to come and try to get us. Here's another example. This is a female. I don't know who she is. She's just some random female on the internet, decided to do a video. And she's on here and she's not happy. She's not happy with a group of people. And she's talking about the different types of MAGA supporters. But the ones that she really have a problem with are MAGA supporters like me.
What's up, y'all? So I've been seeing a trend go around and everybody's talking about like the things they hate about certain people. So I did one about MAGA supporters. Oh. These are the different type of MAGA supporters I don't fucking like.
Oh, sorry about the language, but these are the ones she doesn't like. This is the one she doesn't like. Are there any MAGA supporters that she like? No. But here's the ones at the top of her list.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 1, the black MAGA supporter. Shame the fuck on you. What
shame on me.
From that?
Really? Why shame on me? Why shame on me? Tell me. I really want to hear this.
What are you gaining from that?
What am I gaining from it? Peace of mind, freedom, being able to be American, a true American, and not being a victim. That's my peace of mind, if you really want to know.
He don't even like you.
Really? I've been to the White House twice with President Trump. He actually signed my hat that I have right here. He signed my hat. So what part is, when did he tell you he doesn't like me? When did he ever say that? I want to know.
They don't even like you.
Oh, they don't like me. Who's the they? Who's the they and the them? Be more specific here. Be clear about it.
What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Now, I guess she's getting ready to go to number 2 now. Listen to her number 2 one that she doesn't like.
Number 2.
Oh.
Hispanic MAGA.
Oh, Hispanic MAGA. She got a problem with them too.
Are you fucking kidding me? He don't like us.
Is she Hispanic? I thought she was black. Us? Who is it he doesn't like? He doesn't like us. When did he say he don't like us? I really want to know the answer to this.
What don't you get? Like, what don't they get? What don't y'all get? Number 3 is the news MAGA.
The news MAGA. Okay, I guess I follow in the first one, the number 3 too, because I talk about the news. Maybe that's what it is, in LFA TV. Maybe that's what it is. Let's listen.
Y'all motherfuckers really sit on the TV and defend Donald Trump, Elon, all of them.
Oh, we defend them all. What are they doing that's wrong? Protecting Americans? Oh, do I need to defend that? No. You call it defense because I don't say anything bad about them. Because I talk about the positive things that they're doing. Now, if the Democrats were doing positive things, I could talk about the positive things that they're doing, but there is nothing. The only thing that the Democrats fight for are illegals and criminals. Evil, wicked stuff.
Hey, y'all be dead serious. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
The next one we have is uneducated MAGA.
Oh, uneducated MAGA. Who are these? Okay, let's listen.
Y'all don't even know what the fuck y'all be talking about.
Really?
Y'all don't even know what the fuck y'all voting for.
Really?
Y'all don't know shit.
Really?
Y'all are stupid.
Really?
No shade. But like, y'all not even looking. Anyway.
I mean, did y'all hear any examples in there on how the stupid MAGA people, where's the example at? Like MAGA I would agree with you if you were saying that, you know, the stupid MAGA people didn't know what a woman was. I would agree with you. I would agree with you if the stupid MAGA was saying, well, this man with the dress on now, you have to believe he's a woman. Then I would agree with you. But they're not the ones doing that. I'm just saying.
Last one that I have
is
a celebrity MAGA supporter.
Celebrity, okay.
Lil Pump, remember him? Shit like that. He don't like you. He don't like you. He don't fuck with you. He don't fuck with you.
I love it when these stupid liberals know how President Trump feels, how he thinks, know what he's going to do. And then when he does something that they don't like, how dare he's breaking the law. It's like that with every single one of them. They can care less about the truth. 100%. And you know that she didn't talk about the white MAGA. Why not? Why not? Why not? Do y'all feel, I mean, don't y'all want to be included too? You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hey, everybody, please, 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 if you could bless me, please. Go to my website, unitedamericafirst.com. And let me put it up on the screen here. Right there, unitedamericafirst.com. If you would, please go there and support me. Actually, direct link right there is unitedamericafirst.com/donate. Please, please, I'm begging you, please support me. And or if not, on my Facebook page, the Facebook page that I'm on right now, you can hit me up with Facebook stars. You can. On my Facebook page that I'm on right now, if you want to bless me with Facebook stars, I would greatly appreciate it too. And the same thing on Rumble. I'm live on Rumble. If you want to hit me with a Rumble rant, actually, let me go look real quick while I'm saying it. Maybe someone has blessed me on Rumble and I just hadn't seen it yet. And same thing on YouTube. Okay. I don't see any Rumble rants, but I do see a subscription on my Rumble. Thank you so much, Cool Rock. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing to my Rumble channel. Thank you so much. Nice to see you too. Nice to see you too, Boogie Boy. Was that Bagel Boy? Am I saying it right? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And look, hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up as well. Let me look at that really quick because I know on YouTube we have 85 thumbs ups. That's YouTube, 85. And let me look at Rumble. We only got 17 on Rumble. Y'all don't like me on Rumble? What's up? Hit the thumbs up. Come on, hit that thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. There's quite a few people on Rumble. Please hit the thumbs up. And then gold, Peel.net. If y'all not caught on to Peel.net, I don't know what y'all sleeping on. Y'all need to check out Peel.net. And I want to say thank you to Stacks for the gold pills on Peel.net and Filter Dog on Peel.net. Thank you so much for those gold pills. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate those gold pills. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And let me look on Facebook. I don't think there was any Facebook stars on Facebook, but my Facebook page that I'm on right now, and you can hit me up just like on Peel.net. Each pill is like 1 penny. Each pill is 1 penny. Each star on Facebook is 1 penny. Each star on Facebook is 1 penny. So if you bless me with 1 penny, I will not complain. I'll take it as a blessing. Just like the GoPill.net, I take every single one of them as a blessing. And if you find it in your heart to support me on YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it as well. If you find me on YouTube, please consider supporting me. Subscribe, no matter what. No matter what, at least subscribe, no matter how you're watching. Hit the thumbs up and share the video. Wow. Bagel Boy just became a monthly supporter on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. You know, I don't ever really talk about any of that until I get towards the end, right? Because that's not what I want my show to be about. Me constantly asking you for support, me constantly asking you to help me to help me. I want to talk about the things that's affecting us all. I've always been clear about that. I've always been that way, even though I'm in really, really, bad shape, to where I'm asking people if you would support me. Can I share the Facebook link? Someone asked me on YouTube. It was Red Cloud. If you go, let me just put it this way. I don't know if the YouTube will allow me to put the link, because the last time I tried to put the link on YouTube, it didn't let me do it. So I'll try again here. But if you go to Facebook, all you have to do is just type in The Will Johnson Show. Just like you see it right there, The Will Johnson Show. If you type that in on Facebook, it should populate and you'll see my beautiful red MAGA hat. You see my beautiful red MAGA hat on there. But let me get the link to my page. I'll just post it anyways for you. I'm going to try. I'll try to post it for you. I don't know if it's going to allow me to do it here on YouTube, but I will try because you asked for it. Let's see. So I just posted it. Hopefully it will show up for you, because the last time I posted it, I could see it there, but people couldn't see it. So please consider. And actually that wasn't on YouTube. It was on Rumble, where Bagel Boy did the monthly supporter on my Rumble channel. So correction there, because you can do it on YouTube as well. Correction there. So with that said, everybody, thank you so much. And God bless you for tuning in. If you haven't already, please like, follow, subscribe. And once again, if you find it in your heart, if God puts it in your heart, please consider going to my website, unitedamericanfirst.com/donate, and sign up for the free newsletter while you're there. And look at this. Tabitha, thank you so much for the stars. Thank you so much, Tabitha, for the stars. I just saw them on Facebook. I'm going to give you the emoji where it's hugging the heart. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What a blessing. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Let me just make sure I missed any more here. Well, Tabitha did 3 of them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. I share, this is my other Facebook page, and I share it to my other Will Johnson page. But when I share stuff over there, they still prevent people from seeing it when I share it. And I know why they do it, because they don't want people seeing me. So, and then, was it Havoc Master? Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat on YouTube. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, everybody, that's it for me. I plan on being here again tomorrow at the same time, 6 o'clock Central. If y'all think maybe a little bit later, I could do it a little bit later, but I think 6 o'clock Central is a good time. Do y'all think so? Y'all let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. If you're still watching right now, let me know in the chat if you think 6 o'clock Central, Monday through Friday, is a good time. Because I'm still trying to figure out exact time I want to start doing these constantly. Because I know if I'm consistent about my time, then people will tune in. So I want to be more consistent about it. So y'all let me know in the chat if you think 6 p.m. Central is a good time. All right, everybody. God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you on the flip side. Take care and God bless.